Hello children, good to meet you again. So in the previous class, we have discussed the kinds of sentence and also when we have to change a sentence from direct into indirect, the rules that we will have to keep in our mind, like the changes in pronouns, the changes in tenses and in time. So those are the things that we have discussed. And we also have seen reporting verbs and the linkers that we will have to use for a particular kind of a sentence. So in today's session, we are going to do a few more exercises to reinforce your understanding. So I have a few sentences here. You are going to report those sentences. The first sentence is, Nal Iniyal said to Bharani, it is my favorite place. What kind of a sentence is that? Declarative. Yes. And look at that reporting verb. Reporting verb in the direct speech is said to. So when you change it into indirect, that becomes told. Now let me read the answer. Nal Iniyal told Bharani, and the linker for the declarative sentence is that. That, it, so is becomes was. There in the direct speech, the tense is present tense, so we are changing it into past tense. It was my, that pronoun becomes her favorite place. Do you understand that, children? Nishant said, I am playing a game. So this is tense here is present continuous and this sentence is declarative sentence. So the reporting verb here is said. So it is very easy. We are not going to change it into anything else. You can retain the same. Nishant said that he was playing a game and that now becomes then here. So whatever I have highlighted in the indirect speech, that you will have to focus a little more. Mahesh told Raghav, what have you brought for me? So when you change this question into indirect, Mahesh asked Raghav what he had brought for him. Now let me read the fourth one. He said to me, it has been raining cats and dogs last night. So here the tense is has been raining. It is in present perfect continuous tense. So that changes into past perfect continuous tense. Otherwise, the simple thing that I told you, do you remember? Has and have becomes had. The rest will be the same. The rest reporting verbs, you know what you will have to use, and the conjunction or the linker. So only that has changes into had when it comes to tense. He told me that it had been raining cats and dogs. Last night becomes the night before. The fifth sentence is, Paul said, how I enjoyed your company. This is an exclamatory sentence, so I have used exclaimed. Paul exclaimed, and the conjunction here is that he had enjoyed his or her company. Here we do not have the object, so we do not know whether it is a masculine gender or a feminine gender. So you can either use his or her. Anything is fine. So let me read it once again. Paul exclaimed that enjoyed. Since sentence is already in past tense, I've used past perfect tense. So Paul exclaimed that he had enjoyed his or her company. And the sixth sentence is, they said we were preparing for exams last month. So here this sentence is in past continuous tense. So they said, and it is a declarative sentence. So the linker here is that. They had been preparing for exams the month before. The past perfect for where is been, right? So since it is in past continuous tense, we are changing it into past perfect continuous tense. They said that they had been preparing for exams the month before. Do you understand, children? Good. Let me move on to the seventh sentence. He asked, had the girls already left? So it's a question. So what type of a question? Yes or no type. So he asked if the girls had already left. Here, since it is a question, it has the questioning word first. Had the girls. So when you change it into indirect speech, make sure that you bring in the subject first and then you write the verb. So he asked if the girls had already left. So here, remember, I've told you, if the tense is already in past perfect form, when you change it into indirect, you don't have to change the tense. You can retain the same. So I've used the same here. had left. So this is the verb that you will have to remember. So this shows that the sentence is in past perfect. So we have retained the same in the indirect speech. Eighth sentence. She said, I will help you. So she said that will becomes would. She would help him or her. So we do not know who the person is. So it can be in any gender. Ninth sentence is, Joy said, I shall be 12 tomorrow. Here, this is a declarative sentence. The linker would be that. So Joy said that I shall be 12 tomorrow. I told already, we've discussed it in the previous session. Shall becomes would. So she would be 12. Tomorrow becomes the next day. The 10th sentence is, they said, we must study at the weekend. So here we have used must, and this is a declarative sentence. You can either use had to or you can retain the same must here. And the 11th one is, the teacher said the sun rises in the east. So this is a truth, universal truth, right? So here, do you remember, if it is a universal truth, you should not change the tense. You can have the same tense in the reported words. So the teacher said that the sun rises in the east. So it remains the same. And the 12th sentence, Vanita says, I live in Chennai. So here says, look at the reporting verb, children. It is in present tense. I hope you remember. If the reporting verb is in present form or in the future form, you will not change the tense of the reported words. So I have used the same. Vanita says that she lives in Chennai. Sentence in the direct speech is in present tense. Here also it is in present tense. Only that pronoun has changed. So since I have changed that into she, this live has become lives in Chennai because it is a singular subject. So we have added s to the verb there. Vanita says that she lives in Chennai. Now the 13th one, he said he could swim fast. So here the sentence is declarative one. So the answer would be, he said that he could swim fast. So could becomes could only in the indirect speech. The 14th one, the children had better go to bed already, said mother. So you remember could, might, and then had better. So when you have these things, you don't have to change the tense of the reported words. So mother said that the children had better go to bed early. So it becomes very easy. If the sentence has could, would, should, had better, would rather, so you will have to feel happy because you don't have to change the tense. You have to only change the time phrase and the pronouns. So here look at the answer. Mother said that the children had better go to bed early. That's all. And the 15th one, Sumi said, while we were playing, it started raining. It has a time clause in this. Look at the reported words, children. Sumi said, while we were playing, it started raining. So since it is a time clause, if you have a time clause, you will not change the tense of the reported words. Sumi said that while they were playing, it started raining. I have retained the same tense, but only I have changed the pronouns there. So do you understand? So if it is a time clause, there is no change in the tense, but you will have to always change the pronouns and the time. He said, go upstairs. So this is an imperative sentence. So he asked or he commanded or ordered to go upstairs. That's all. So here the sentence is in positive form. So I have used to. If it was a negative, you should have used not to. And one more thing, if it is an imperative sentence, your job is easier. Just to or not to. That's all. There will be no change in the tense. Okay, and the 17th sentence, don't be angry with me, said he. Again, so this is a request. So he asked or requested not to be angry with him because this sentence is in negative form. Don't be angry. So not to be angry with me becomes with him. And the 18th one, Shobita said to him, never judge anyone. It's again an imperative sentence. So Shobita advised. It's a kind of advice, right? Or asked. You can use either one of it. Shobita advised or asked him not to judge anyone. Never, it's a negative word. So we have used not to judge anyone. Now, the 19th one. The children said, hooray, we are going on a picnic tomorrow. So hooray is a interjection, right? So that is very clear. That helps us to understand that the sentence is exclamatory one. The children said, hooray, we are going on a picnic tomorrow. So the indirect speech for this is, the children exclaimed that they were going on a picnic the next day. So tomorrow becomes the next day, and we are, that we pronoun changes into they. Since the subject is in plural form, I have used they, and are becomes were. Now look at the 20th sentence. Kavi said to him, the meeting may end early. So the answer is, she told him that the meeting might end early. So the reporting verb here is said to. So we have used told. She told him that the meeting might end early. So may becomes might. I can clean up, they said. They said that they could clean up. Very easy. Reporting verb, we've retained the same, they said, and since it's a declarative sentence, the linker here is that, and can becomes could. I becomes they. They said that they could clean up. He asked me, have you ever been to London? So, he asked me. Since it's a question, the linker here is if. Okay, if I had ever been to London. So, have becomes had here, and you becomes I, because is asking me. So that me becomes here I. Will you come to my place now? Said he. He asked, that's a question. So the reporting verb here is asked. He asked, since it's a question, the linker is if. If he or she. So we do not have an object there. So we do not know what the gender is. So you can either use he or she. If he or she will becomes would come to his place, now becomes then there. I hope you all understood the changes that happen in tenses, time, and in the pronoun. Now you are going to choose the correct answer. My father wanted to know where is the dog. So here my father wanted to know where the dog was or had been. Look at the verb there, is. So that is in the present form. So what is the past for is? Very good, children. So what would be the answer? Where the dog was. Okay, good. Now look at the second one. People said it won't rain tomorrow. So here people said it dash wouldn't or will not rain the next day. So what will come here? Won't is the short form of will not. So if you have will, that changes into very good, would. So since it is in the negative form, so the answer would be wouldn't. Third one. You are taller than me. He said to me. He told me that I dash was or were taller than him. So what will be the answer here? Very good, children. I was taller than him. Good. Now you are going to choose the correct reported speech. Where do you live? Pushpa asked me. So you have three options here. Find out the correct one. I'm not going to give you the right answer. I hope you are all trying it at home. Pushpa asked me, where do I live? Pushpa asked me where I lived. Pushpa asked me, where did I live? So first of all, you will have to look at the tense there. Where do you live? That's in present tense, right? So if present becomes past, otherwise that do becomes did, I have already told you. But if you use did here, that again becomes a question. So which is the verb here in this sentence? Live. So what is the past tense for live? Lived. So what would be the answer here? Yes, children. Pushpa asked me where I lived. Option B is the answer. Now look at the second one. Do not tell her what I said. He begged me. So the options are, he begged me to not tell her what he had said, and option B is, he begged that I didn't tell her what he had said, and the third one is, he begged me not to tell her what he had said. This is an imperative sentence, right? So and it is in the negative form. So not to or to, not to. So now you will have to see the tense of the sentence. Do not tell her what I said. So it's in past tense. So you will have to find out the correct answer between these three options. What would be the answer? Yes, option C. He begged me not to tell her what he had said. So that said is in past tense. So that becomes into past perfect tense. Had said. Now look at the third sentence. He said, I would rather hurry. I told you already, had better or would rather, if you have these phrases, the tense will not change. So only you will have to use the correct reporting verb and the linker. That's all. So the options here are, he said that he would rather hurried. He said that he would have rather hurried. And the option C is, he said that he would rather hurry. So what is the right answer? Yes, option C. He said that he would rather hurry. Good. Now look at the fourth sentence. If I moved to the new house, I would invite everyone, said she. So remember one thing, when you have a if clause sentence in the direct speech, look at the verb that is used. If it is in present tense, that becomes past. And in the if clause, if it is already in the past tense, you will not have to change the tense. You will have to retain the same tense. So keep this rule in your mind. With this, read this sentence. If I move to the new house, I would invite everyone, said she. It is unreal, right? So past unreal situation. So this is already in past tense. In that case, no change in the tense. Then our job becomes easier. Just the linker and the correct reporting verb. Now look at the options. She said that if she had moved to the new house, she would invite everyone. And option B is, she said that if she moved to the new house, she would invite everyone. And C is, she said that if she had moved to the new house, she would have invited everyone. So what is the right answer? Very good, children. She said that if she moved to the new house, she would invite everyone. So which option? Right, option B. Good. Dad said to her, if you come tomorrow, I will introduce you to my daughter. So this is again if clause, but this is in present tense. So if it is in present tense, the verb has to be changed into past tense. So come is the verb that becomes came, and will becomes would. That's all. And the rest of the changes what? Linkers, reporting verb, and the pronoun. Now with this, read the options and find out the correct option. Dad said to her that if she come tomorrow, he will introduce her to his daughter. Option B is, Dad said to her that if she came tomorrow, he would introduce her to his daughter. And option C is, Dad said to her that if she came the next day, he would introduce her to his daughter. So that tomorrow becomes next day. So what is the right answer? Option C. Very good, children. Now there are so many exceptions and we are not discussing everything here. Whatever given in your textbook is only being dealt. So those type of sentences only I've given importance here. So pay more attention. Now we are going to do the textbook exercise. For the exams, you will have to be very clear with the exercise that are given in your textbook because you may get the same sentences also for the exam. But remember, mastering this is not only going to help you to answer the questions in the exams, it is going to help you to speak fluently in English. So apart from the exam point of view, you will have to understand it clearly. Understand this reported speech clearly because it helps you in many ways in real life situation. Now look at the exercises that are given in the book. Read the heading that is given in the textbook. Read the different verb forms where they remain the same in the direct and in indirect speech in the following case. Fill in the blanks with the missing indirect speech. Now the instruction is very clear. So here the tense is going to remain the same. Okay, so let us do the exercise. So I hope that I don't have to give you the answer. You'll have to do it yourself because the clue is very clear. No change in the tense. Only the pronoun will change and the time phrases will change. Now first one, they've given the answer themselves, and second one, they've left it for you. I am enjoying my holiday. So Krish says that he is enjoying his holiday. And this sentence, I will never go to work. So here Kavi says, the clue here is that a reporting verb that is in present tense. If the reporting verb is in present tense and in the future tense, the tense does not change. That is a rule that you'll have to remember. In addition, in the exercise also, they've clearly mentioned that there are no changes in the tenses. So Kavi says that only the pronoun changes. Since it's a feminine gender, that I becomes she. Kavi says that she will never go to work. Now look at the second one. When we report a universal truth, something that always true, so there will be no change in the tense. Asia is the largest continent. It is still a largest continent and it is going to remain the largest continent, right? So in that case, there will be no change in the tense. Balu said that Asia is the largest continent. Here, people in Africa are starving. So Alicia said that people in Africa are starving. That's all. So there is no change in the tense. Now the third one, with modal verbs would, might, could, should, ought to, used to. So it remains the same. First one, I might come. Shalini said that she might come. So these are the exercises that are given in your textbook. Pay more attention to it. So the second one is I would try it. Vinod said that he would try it. Only the pronoun changes here. Okay. Vinod said that he would try it. Very good. Fourth one, with would rather, had better. So it remains the same. I would rather fly. Chiti said that he would rather fly. Here they had better go. Sophia said that they had better go. That's all. There is no change in the tense. Fifth one, if clause and time clause. We've seen it enough. If clause, if it is in present, that changes into past. If it is already in past tense, it remains the same. And time clause, there is no change in the tense. If I tidied my room, my dad would be happy. So Sriram said that if he tidied his room, his dad would be happy. There is no change in the tense except for the pronoun. When I was staying in Madurai, I met my best friend. Jahir said that when he was staying in Madurai, he met his best friend. So that is the answer. I must wash up. She said that she must wash up or she had to wash up. So similarly here, we must do it in June. He said that they must or had to do it in June. That's all. Now in the textbook, they've given you a dialogue. So wherever you need to change into a reported speech, those things I have highlighted here. This is a dialogue that happens between Johnson and Suganti. So Johnson asks, what are you doing here, Suganti? I haven't seen you since June. So the sentence that is highlighted here, you will have to report it. What are you doing here? So that becomes what she were doing there. Here I haven't seen you. That becomes that he hadn't seen her. That you refers to Suganti. So here pronoun you changes into her. And that I refers to Johnson. So that changes into he. Now only this I have given you as an example. Now let me just read the dialogue. I have also given you the answer that we will see little later. I have just come back from my holiday in Ooty. So Johnson asks if did you enjoy it? Suganti says, I love Ooty and the people were so friendly. Did you go to Coker's Walk? It was my first trip. I can show you some pictures. Are you doing anything tomorrow? I must arrange a couple of things, but I'm free tonight. You might come to my place. At what time shall we meet? I will be there at 8. Is it all right? So this is the dialogue. Now let us see the answer. Johnson asked Suganti what she was doing there. And he said that he hadn't seen her since June. Suganti explained that she had just come back from her holiday in Ooty. Johnson wondered if she had enjoyed it. Suganti told him that she loved Ooty and that the people had been so friendly. Johnson wanted to know if she had gone to the Coker's Walk. Suganti said that it had been her first trip and that she could show him some pictures. And then she asked him if he was doing anything the next day. Johnson explained that he must or had to arrange couple of things, but he added that he was free that night. Suganti suggested that he might come to her place and asked him at what time should or would. Johnson said he would be there at 8. And finally, he asked if it was all right. Now the last exercise that is there in your textbook. Who took my English book? So options they've given you. He was curious to know who took my English book is there, past tense. So who had taken his English book? That is in option B. Option B is the correct answer. Second one, where does Helen live? Jim wants to know where Helen lived. So what is the right option? Option A. Very good. Third one, why do volcanoes erupt? She wondered why volcanoes erupted. So which is the right option? Option C. Very good. Now fourth one, do you know why she is unhappy? He asked me if I know why she is. You know why she was. Did I know why she was? I knew why she was. If I knew why she was unhappy. Option D. Fifth one, how many photos have you got? He wants to know how many photos I had got. For option 1A is photos I had got, photos have you got, photos had I got, photos I have got. So I have got will not be the right answer because there is no change in the tense. Had I got will not be the answer because it has the verb first and then subject. So that is not the answer. B is also not the answer. There is no change. So then the answer would be A. Photos I had got. Very good, children. So with this, our textbook exercise ends. So please keep doing as many exercises as possible. Only then it will become easy for you. I'll meet you in the next session. Thank you, children.